Dude, you're limping. Think you broke your leg?
I don't know. I hurt it pretty bad.
You know, if you watch the TV to see if you did. They have always have commercials about leg injuries and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Could 5 minutes really teach you how to treat lower leg injuries? Does a pool stick to the back of a leg really hurt that bad?
Did you see that video on the big screen?
No?
Well, this guy just jumped out of nowhere and hit this guy and he dropped right away.
Yeah?
And it was pretty funny.
Hit hard enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Broke bone?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be on deal if he was playing a sport, just like you.
You know what? The first thing they did with my foot was rest, ice, elevation, rice.
Isn't rice what you eat?
No. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation.
Rest, ice, compression, and elevation.
Yeah.
Alright, I might have to do that.
Guys seriously look like mayhem?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a random health student walking studying for a test. And I come up to this lunch table and I say, why is it out of place? And one of my classmates go by me and he doesn't even want to help me out. And I get this contusion. And I can't even stand up on that leg. Ow! Okay.
There are many ways to injure yourself while pitching. To prevent this, you have to have good form. A straight back, a good release, and good placement of feet. If you have bad form, you could seriously damage your legs, ligaments, and bones. Different pitches can do different effects. For example, a submarine pitch. You can hyperextend your back leg.
Dude, it's hot out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got any water?
No?
Dang. Oh, dude, my leg is starting to
Like,
stiffen it up.
like,
you know?
you mean like a cramp?
Yeah. What kind of cramp do you think it is?
Well, muscle cramp.
Oh, yeah. It's hot out, so it could be a heat
Yeah.
cramp.
A heat cramp, yeah, that was another thing on our
Yeah.
list.
I guess I'm dehydrated.
Yeah,
I
good
guess
thing we're doing this project.
Yeah.
I use Old Spice. That makes me a man. I'm a kid right now, but men don't show pain. I dislocated my leg. I'm supposed to keep it straight, but men don't care. Because we're men. And I'm a man. Because I'm not calling a doctor. Because they're supposed to pop it back into place. And I don't need that. Because I'm a man.
Hey, can you guys watch my Dr. Pepper for me? I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dude, you okay? I feel like I broke my leg. And the Dr. Pepper broke.
Which leg?
This one.
That one?
Oh, dude, not cool.
You think you got a hairline fracture?
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like you can move it. You can move it. Like,
Yeah, barely.
I kicked your leg and you moved it. Come on, you can move it.
Yeah.
At least it's not an open fracture.
Don't kick it in, please.
I'm not gonna kick it anymore. So, hairline fracture. What do we need to do for a hairline fracture? What did our project say?
What?
What did Mr. Cross say to treat a hairline fracture?
I don't know.
So in all those commercials, does your leg feel like those? Well, that last one with the Dr. Pepper, I don't know what it was called. What was it? I mean, that was a hairline fracture.
Oh, no.
Has anybody like hit you or you fell down?
Well, yeah, but it's nothing like that.
Maybe like overworked or something?
Oh yeah.
Because my grandpa had tendinitis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like I over worked
Yeah,
my
baseball.
ankle from like
Yeah.
baseball,
Baseball,
football, played
walking.
hockey, just walking, biking,
Yeah.
playing games with my friends.
What he did is he added ice, and he just, popped a couple Tylenol.
Oh, well, I don't take pills. Like Cross knows that.
Yeah.
I can't take pills, but I guess I could take some ice pills.
Just let it heal.
Yeah. I take the rest of the summer off, So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the TV.